Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge.
Don't shoot. Which I need some proof. Just watch my videos, man.
Video and then, you know, you just showing all your 2,500. I said, okay. All right, that's me with that.
68 hours, so it was $2,075.60.
I work like 70, I don't remember, like 73, 74 hours. I made like 3,400, close to 3,500.
I made $2,001.
62 hours, and I had 2,400.
Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge.
All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have another winner of the 2 racks a week challenge, man. Here we have Aaron. Aaron, do a quick introduction. Let them know which market you're driving in and which platform you drive on.
What's good? My name is Aaron, aka AWOB, you feel me? I'm all the way up the North Pole, North California, Sacramento, California.
Hey.
But I rep the whole NorCal, you feel me? So
okay.
It's just like that.
Yes, sir. And which platform you drive on?
Uber and Lyft.
Okay, so he multi-apps. And
all day.
All right, not too shabby. And how long exactly have you been doing Uber and Lyft?
See, I've been doing this since 2018. This is when I was living in Los Angeles.
Okay.
I got a few issues. I had to handle some things back home in Sac, so I drove back to Northern California. But I've been going back and forth in the Bay Area while I was doing that in 2018 to 2021.
Okay. All right, nice. And what got you, I guess, like what intrigued you to do Uber and Lyft? Because I assume if you do both of them, like multi-apping, you do it full time.
Yeah.
So what were you doing prior to driving?
Man, working in the warehouse for Amazon.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say any names on camera.
No. I mean, they're not gonna come after you. So
cool. Say less. So I was working in the warehouse and I had my earbuds on. It was my second day there. And somebody was snapping their fingers like they own me and whatnot. Yeah. I took off my hearing buds. They're like, hey, you ain't supposed to be wearing headphones. I'm like, these ain't headphones.
These ain't headphones.
Things,
technical,
right. these are hearing buds, you feel me? And I had to prove so, but he was denying it. Somebody had to check in. He was another supervisor, and he was like, "No, those are actually hearing buds." And I was just like, "I don't need to explain anything to anybody. I'm a grown ass man, so I'm gonna walk out of here, and I'm gonna hop on this Uber and Lyft and see what's good because there's money everywhere."
Right.
So.
Yeah, shout out to you for having, the abundance mindset. It's funny that you mentioned like
I jumped on it randomly.
Oh, I was just about to say, that was going to be my next question. It's funny that you mentioned like the Amazon warehouse because I worked at the Amazon warehouse during the pandemic for like a week. Then I got fired. So same thing. Like, man, fuck this.
Shout out to my dropouts.
Yeah.
That part.
Shout out to the Amazon dropouts. So you left, you was like, man, fuck this. I'm not about to be told what to do or controlled. And you just signed up with Uber. Did you sign up right there or you was already signed up?
I signed up right there.
Oh, okay.
Uber and Lyft. And I was like, yo, at the time I was driving Fiat. I was like, I don't want to drive my own vehicle. So I hop on the rentals program for from Lyft. It's been working out. So
all right, nice. And why Uber and Lyft? Because a lot of people, they probably would have left and automatically start searching for another job. So like what inspired you or what was the catalyst? Like, you know what? Shit, I'm left. Ooh, I could just do Uber. Like, did you hear about the earning potential? Did you have friends that was driving? Or you was like, man, I just didn't want a job, period?
So around 2015, my boy, I was working in the warehouse again.
Mhm.
This was another Amazon back in Stack. I was transferring jobs and whatnot, and
Okay.
big homie of mine was doing Uber, and every night he was making like 250, 350 a night and whatnot, and
Mm.
it just stuck to my mind.
Yeah.
I never
Okay.
jumped on it because I wasn't eligible. I'm 31 right now, so
Mhm.
2015, I don't know. I was like 22,
Mhm.
22 years old, so I wasn't able to drive like that.
Oh, okay. Now that makes sense. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, that was bold. He just left and just signed up. Because most people wouldn't even had that type of awareness, because I knew it was like something other. So your friend, he was making 250,
Mhm,
300. That did stick with you. And,
mhm,
a lot of times,
mhm.
it's definitely like that. Like, because I had a friend who showed me, then once I jumped on, it was a wrap after that.
Game
So,
over.
yeah.
Mhm,
So once you signed on, do you remember like your first week, or
mhm,
talk about, like once you transition into doing it,
mhm,
how was the experience as far as, now you working from yourself, you can wear your earbuds, you ain't
mhm.
gotta worry about nobody talking shit. How was
Facts.
that?
Facts. That's funny. I could wear my earbuds. I could wear my hearing aids without nobody questioning me. I mean, everything was all natural. I'm in Los
Mhm.
Angeles having fun under the sun.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
felt like I wasn't working because I'm meeting so many people, actors or wannabe actors. You
Right,
feel
right,
me?
right.
Cute little cutie pies here
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there. Some millionaires on the hills. You feel me?
Mhm.
It just felt good, and I don't know, like I'm just natural on the road. I'm a great driver as is. I don't really
Yeah.
need navigation like that for real.
Okay.
So it was just natural.
Yeah, man. See, I like hearing that, because I think a lot of people take this for granted, because,
Mhm,
warehouse, and it's crazy because a lot of times, you go to these warehouses or other places, and it's just so
mhm.
unorganized. You're like, damn, no structure, no organization, and
Facts.
people just like robots. Because if I was a supervisor or manager, I don't like, man, look, long as your work done, I don't give a fuck. Hey, wear your headphones. If you in the
Facts.
zone, I wouldn't care, man. Just do you, show up on time, do your work. I don't care. But some people, they be doing too much.
It's funny though you said that because I don't feel comfortable telling other men what to do.
Right,
You know what's right from wrong. You know what
right.
I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
just weird.
Yeah,
You know.
it,
I
it
don't know.
definitely is weird. Cause I remember when I was there, they put me like in this like zone. It wasn't that much volume, so I'm just like scanning the packages, putting them in. They say, "Hey man," he gonna look at
Right.
the scanners. Hey man, you got to ramp it up. You got to scan some. I'm like, it's not that much coming over.
yo,
Like, what
yo,
do you
yeah.
want me to do?
You have to do the 6 view check or whatever they call it. Like, oh, you have to check 6 sides of the box or whatnot. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, I wasn't even there that long. I was out the
Mm,
job more than I was
mm,
in, because I was just, end up just clocking in and I just stayed at the crib. I was like, fuck Amazon, I'm staying at the crib, just
yeah,
clocking in. That's why,
facts.
yeah, that's why they got me up out of there. But that's a
Hey,
whole,
how long did that last?
probably like a good week, like week and a half. Then they called me and called on. I'm like, oh, well, I understand. Well, see you. So, I mean,
Right,
I don't
toodles.
care. Yeah. But yeah,
Deuces.
like I said, man, that's a whole nother story. So now you driving, you meet actors, you having a good time, you being social.
Right.
So it seemed like,
Mhm.
reaping the benefits. So talk about, like the earnings compared to, you driving, being on your own time, compared to working at the warehouse. Like, how was the earnings for you?
So make it find it, well, 2 G's a month. Going from that to 4 G's a month, I thought I was the king of the world.
Yeah.
All I needed to do was put $1,000 a week and I was good.
Yeah.
Everything was all paid for. And I took 3, 4 days off to, you know, get active or,
Right, right.
go out on a date or two, you feel me?
Yeah.
Just hang out in the sunset with I don't know. Like I want to say it, but I'm not gonna say it, you feel me? So your boy
Yeah.
was active, living life and
Mm.
just being happy.
Yes. So, if you want to, tell the audience or discuss how much you were getting paid at Amazon, because I think a lot of people,
Mhm.
once they transition into this from leaving like a warehouse job, it's like the sweet spot is anywhere. It's like around 1,200 biweekly, so 600 weekly. Is
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
accurate
Mhm.
or?
I think you're right because I just remember making $2,000 in total within a month around
Okay.
2015. 2018-ish.
All right.
And this was Amazon Prime. I don't know if it's different in the Amazon fulfillment center
Mm-hmm.
or they got other, different type of warehouses. But I know for Amazon Prime, I was making a total of $2,000 a month.
Now look at you. Now you just made that in a whole week. So since you went from
Facts.
making $2,000 in a month, now you just made that in
Mhm.
1 week. So let's just give them what they want, man. Let's
Right.
go to these earnings, and you definitely multi-apped. So on
Mm.
Lyft, it was 8 hours, 26 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at that particular
That's
day.
all
It
good.
was 103 rides, 53 hours, and 15
Mhm.
minutes for $1,362.21.
Mhm.
Bam. So y'all see it right there. And I'm also going to go to the Uber. Uber is 33 hours, 2 minutes for $648. And as you see right
Mhm.
there, bam,
A
man.
little light work.
Yeah, so
Mm.
33 hours and 53 hours. So that's about like 86 hours and some change.
Right.
Not too shabby.
Right.
So congratulations, 2 racks a week. You pretty much 4x 4x your income, or potentially you could 4x your income, and
Right.
that's huge, man. And congratulations. That's
Appreciate
very commendable, because a lot of people, they make complaints and they'll stay at these jobs that is no really as far as growth, personally. Now
it.
you left, you start driving, you're having a good time, you just made 2 racks,
Right.
now you're on the way, man. So what inspired, how did you even find out about the 2 racks a week challenge?
I don't know how I caught on to you, bro. Like, I think it was during COVID.
Okay.
You just popped up on, I don't know where you popped up on. I click on one of your videos. You talk like me, you look like me, and I've
Yeah.
been watching you ever since. And I was pulling in $1,000, $1,500 a week by listening to you. I stepped my game up and trying to make 2 G's a week.
Yes,
This is
sir.
actually my last week was actually my first week making $2,000 out of
Okay.
those 6 years,
Okay.
just messing around, just on just like
Yeah.
bullshit.
Okay.
But everything is already paid for. I save money, rent already paid for. I could buy some J's if I want to. Like, I'm just living.
Yeah.
I'm
See,
living.
exactly. That, and that's a beautiful thing, because a lot of people, they'll see this content, right, and they'll see 2 racks, other people, and
Mhm.
most people, they would look at it and they would hate. They'll try to find something wrong or some way to disqualify you. Like when people see this interview, for instance, they're gonna be like, "Well, look how many hours he had to do to make that. That's not efficient, and that's not that." But to me, it's not even about that. It's like, okay, you left your last situation, now you just made what you made in a month in 1 week, and you did it 2 weeks in a row. So that's, if you keep that pace up, it's like you 4x your income. So I don't
Right.
understand people's logic, what they're looking for. And most of the people talking shit, they not even positioned to even make 2 racks a week. It's like,
Facts.
we over
Facts.
here, reaping the benefits. And you said prior to you making the 2 racks, you pretty much had to,
Mhm.
do things differently. I want you to,
Mhm.
talk a little bit about that, as far as ways that you had to, readapt your mindset, and for you to
Mhm.
go from what, 12 or 1,500 to $2,000. What exactly did you have to do differently?
Girls are a big distraction,
Oh, okay. Let's
and
talk about
hanging
it.
out with shorties is a big
Let's
distraction.
talk about.
I mean,
I know what you
speed.
mean.
That's a rabbit hole. I
I
didn't
know
even
what you
answer
mean.
that question. You feel me? Like, girls are a big distraction, and from that, I got in tune with myself, meditate, did
Hmm.
some affirmations, prayed to wherever I believe in. I'm not gonna, put it out
Yeah, yeah, okay.
on your channel, but I did my prayers, make sure I got on my affirmations, and slept less in a way. I gotta get used to sleeping 5 to 6 hours. All of a sudden, my body's used to it. Like,
Hmm.
when I sleep 8 to 10 hours, I just feel all achy
Yeah,
and
yeah, I see you.
gloomy. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, but
No, no, those, that's a lot of awareness, because, like I always said, like distractions, man. A lot of people have a bunch of distractions, regardless if it's friends, women, whatever. Everybody got their own type of distraction. You was aware of it. So I'm pretty sure you cut down, on those type of distractions, at least a little bit. Cause I know, trust me, I know.
I'm a monk out here, Speed.
Yeah. I know how the girls could be distractions, man. You start going on a date, they go well, y'all have a couple drinks back at the crib.
Facts.
Next, you wake up in the morning, you be like, damn, it's like 10, 11 o'clock. Well,
That's facts.
like, dang. I didn't even start off the way I want to.
Like, facts. And Shorty looking like, yo, I'm hungry.
Yeah,
like,
you trying to get some brunch?
You're right, that part. That part. You already know.
All right, yeah. Since we talk about, like the whole female thing, because a lot of people asking this question, like as a Uber or Lyft driver, like when you meeting a woman, did you tell them like what do you do for work?
It goes half and half.
Okay.
Because Speed, like, I'm a moody dude, so you're gonna get different answers based on my mood. You feel me?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? There's songs I'm not logical, so if I feel like being honest, I'll tell chick like, yo, this is what I do full time. But I'll add on and say, I put in 80, 100 hours a week, and this is how much I make. Just to, to stun on them a little bit. You feel me?
No, I completely understand that, and I'm glad. And the reason why I mentioned that so other people can hear this, because I know how it is. You know how it is. People, so you start driving, you start making money. You don't really care, but they do. They like, so what do you do for work? I'm like, here we go. You can't just I'll drive Uber and Lyft, because they gonna look at you like you ain't shit. And that's not 100% your fault. It's not their fault. It's the a lot of the drivers and the media fault. The people out here complaining, striking, talk about low wages. So then when people hear stuff like that, they oh well, it's no real money in Uber. And do you look at some of the people that's online in the news and they complain? You be like, damn, no wonder you just look like a loser. Yeah, just look like a loser. So I did the exact same thing. I used to spice it up. Right now I'm a consultant for this technology company, and like just got, hey man,
right. You just go by intuition. You feel me? Like you just feel the room, and you get. It's like being a politician the way working your ways with your words. You feel me? Like, man, say less.
Yeah, man. See that, and that's one of the the benefits about doing that. And it's funny that you mentioned like the whole like female thing and going on dates. Because I remember when I first went full-time driving, I had a seasonal, this when I was still at the San Francisco airport, I had a seasonal position open up at SFO, so I could go full-time driving Uber. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just drive full-time for 8 months. Then the summertime come back, I'll just, go back to the airport. Then when it's time for me to go back in the summer, first day when we got to get our badge, people complaining already. I'm like, damn, you been off 6-7 months and you complaining already? Then they messed up my schedule, and I was like, dang, now y'all messed up my schedule. I ain't gonna be able to go on dates and all this stuff. I'm like, y'all just messed everything up for me. Cause man, I was going on multiple dates per week. And I was still driving, like 84 hours. So I was still getting it in, man. But it just messed everything up for me. And the reason why I brought that up is because you could still, do the things that you need to do, go on dates, have fun, whatever your interests are, and still drive and be productive. That's what people don't understand. And a job, stuff like that, they will limit you and do what's best for them, and they'll jam your time up. So that's why I was like, all right, I'm calculating. Okay, y'all jam my schedule up. So the schedule I wanted, I didn't get because y'all mismanaged it or whatever happened. That's number one. Number two, I started calculating the money. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be missing out on at least $10,000 potentially or more, just for being here. I walked in the locker room, I grabbed my stuff, and I just walked out. No buy or nothing. And that's the mindset that it takes, because a lot of people, they want stuff to be easy, and two, they don't really realize the opportunity that you have from doing this. Like you making $2,000 weekly now. So if 4 months, if you was at Amazon, 4 months, It would take you 1 month to make that, and that's what people don't really understand.
And that's not living.
Yeah.
That's not living.
So
How
yeah,
do you feel good as a human being? Like,
yeah,
oh, like you say, oh, I got the weekend off, I'm gonna go home, play some video games, and that's boring. I need money to do some stuff. Like I'm an adventurous dude, you know what I mean?
yeah,
I need money in my pockets. It don't
yeah,
feel good.
yeah. It don't, man, and you're right. Like once you start making this money, because your lifestyle changes. Because now, let's
Right.
say if you was making 1,200 weekly, or I mean, yeah, 1,200 biweekly, your lifestyle kind of fits that. Even from the choices of
Mhm.
food that you eat while you're on the road. So if you working like at a warehouse job or something, how many people was eating fast
Mhm.
food, like going to, McDonald's,
Right.
KFC, out of shape?
Right.
But now it's like, okay, I'm making,
Right.
$2,000. I'm in the car. All right, let me try to eat better because one,
Right.
I got a little bit more money. I could eat a little bit healthier, drink some smoothies, and
Right.
enjoy myself. And it's all part of the mindset.
Mhm.
You got to really up your game.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But I'm sorry.
no, you good. I was gonna mention. All right, so last week was the
Mhm.
protest. I guess across America, drivers was out here protesting or whatever
Yeah.
for higher wages and better working conditions and stuff like that. What are your
Yeah.
personal thoughts about that? Since you've been driving for a while, you know, you've been through the ups and downs. You made 2 racks a week. What do you think about that?
This is how I feel with people at their regular jobs when they complain, they want to march or plan the plot on the company. Here's the thing: this ain't your company. What's the issue?
Yeah,
Are you are you going to start your own company? Are you going to go back to school? Are you going to do DoorDash full time? Are you going to do rideshare full time? Or are you going to be on the corner? Like do something. Like what are you going to do other than bitch and moan all day and try to start something? You know what I mean? Like it
yeah,
just makes you look foolish
yeah.
in my eyes.
No, I agree 100% with that because it's like you expecting the company to change for you,
Mhm.
and it don't work like
Right.
that. I mean, even if it did work, like how long would it take? Because people they've been complaining about the same thing for years. That's number one, and number two, even if it did change, all right, fine. Now what?
Mhm.
How did your life
Mhm.
improve? How did you grow as a person? How close are you to achieving your goals? Most of them don't even have goals. That's why they after
Right.
the companies try to get them to change their policies and change what they're do. I mean what they're doing. And I think the best change is changing yourself, your mindset,
Right.
developing some goals, some skills, excuse me, and putting the work in because that's all you really have to depend on. That's all you
All
have
that,
is
all that, right. All that boasting and getting mad, honestly, let me speak. I'm telling you, like most of these people, they mad because their life is boring.
yeah,
They go home, playing video games, watching Netflix, like chilling with somebody they don't even really love. Like their life
right,
is miserable. So really, I don't think it's the job. I think it's like you said, the mindset and their lifestyle. That's what they're
yeah,
really upset about,
right.
you know. And they're trying to translate it into their job, like, oh, this is the real issue. But it's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. And it's all self inflicted because they're like, oh, they
Mhm.
the company exploits us. I'm like, do they really? Because they didn't recruit you. I mean, you
Right,
signed up to do this. Now you don't like it because you haven't changed, you haven't developed, and you still
right.
suffering the same problem. It's just one job to the next one, and it's still the same problem, the same issue.
Mhm,
And unfortunately, doing
mhm,
this people end up working less because they may
mhm.
start off be all excited like, oh, I get to
Right.
drive, be on my own schedule. Then
I
about
I I was there.
yeah, yep. Then they end up
Yeah.
doing nothing. Now they just don't drive or
Mm,
drive very minimum hours, and
mm,
it's sad. I picked up this
mm,
lady a couple weeks ago. She was telling me how
mm,
her husband is a Uber driver, but he's like, yeah, he
mm,
really doesn't drive that much. He talk about, the low wages and all this. I'm like, oh, he's not doing nothing. He's not doing it right.
Right.
Because like I'm out
Right.
here, I know the market, so I know he not doing nothing. And she's
Right.
like, yeah, he just
Right.
stay home all day, play video games. You know, he gained weight. He picked up like almost 100 pounds. I'm like, damn. And this is what happens. It's not the
Mm,
company's fault. It's what people do, how they respond to
mm,
adversity, their mindset. And now since they're doing this, they have all this autonomy to do whatever they want.
mm,
You know, if you got a
mm.
job, you're gonna at least show up. Doing this, you don't have to show up. Nobody's holding
Right.
you accountable.
Right. And that's something that we can't get mad about really, but I don't know, like not everybody's self-manageable.
Hmm.
Not everybody know how to lead the lead and,
Yeah.
and show it by example.
Right.
It's really a gift.
Yeah.
That's a gift within you and I and other drivers who made it on the $2,000 a week
Yeah,
challenge.
absolutely. It's a mindset more so like something that you have to develop. You know, it's a skill
Mm,
that you have to keep developing, keep developing, keep developing.
mm,
Because I didn't always start off making, $2,000 and pushing myself. I started off 600 and 1,000. Then there was days, all right, I
mm,
started to set, small goals like, hey, I'm gonna aim for $200 a day. Then I'm all right, cool. Then there was
mm.
times I made it like 5 or 6 hours on a crazy morning, and I'll just go home. And I start to think like, damn, I wasted majority of my day just doing nothing. So like, okay, let me push myself.
Right.
You start to push yourself, then you start to really grow and set, new goals. And often what I found out is, the bigger the goals that you set, the more you're willing to work for those particular goals. And the hours,
Right.
symbolize and represent that. But a lot of people who only focus on the hours, one, that lets me know that they have no goals. They only looking at one,
Mm,
what the company's getting out of you, and two, the hours and per mile and all this other stuff that is really irrelevant. And I seen that you put
right.
in like 86 hours. So what kept you out there? Like what kept you
Mm.
focused? Cause that's a lot of hours, man.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Hmm.
February 11th, within that week, I took a break and I hopped on a cruise. I went to Mexico.
Okay.
I got the suite and everything balled out,
Hmm.
but I noticed how everybody was treating me in a way, like they were treating me like I didn't exist, or they were just extremely rude. And I was looking at people who worked on the cruise who were just miserable and hated their jobs.
Hmm.
I don't know if that was a spiritual journey for myself or on locking in on my career or what I really wanted to do.
Hmm.
I said, yo, when I get back to Sacramento or when I get back to North California, I'm about to make this happen. I'm gonna put myself on a goal to make 2 racks a week. Cause like you said, once you can do that, that puts you on the mindset to achieve anything you want.
Yeah.
Like right, if you want to own a liquor store, start up a
Yeah.
tech hub, it takes 80, 100 hours a week to really be successful.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, for sure. And
So,
that's good perspective. And also, I think the most important thing about it is it takes the commitment. A lot of people they set
mm,
out to do something, but they never execute. They never fully commit to themselves that they're going to hit it. And that is the
mm,
most important thing, man. Is like how can you execute? How can you do anything worth to be great or worth something? And if you can't even
mm,
execute or make that promise or
right,
commitment to yourself, so that's why I like to see, all right, 80, 100 hours, whatever the case is. Like, yeah, it's a lot of hours, but one is not
mm,
it's not forever. But two, it
right,
shows and solidifies the commitment that that person
right,
made to themselves. Because regardless how hard it got, I know at some point people thought about going home. Like, man, I'm about to go home. Like,
right,
fuck this. This is a
right,
lot of hours. I already did 60, 70
right,
hours. This is the most.
right,
But something told them, do not do it. Just keep going and keep
right,
fighting. And I know this for a fact because that's what it takes. You got to override, like the whole, comfortability aspect And so I get it, man, and I'm glad that you experienced that.
Yeah,
That because
yeah,
sometimes people need like a little bit like motivation. Like you go through stuff
yeah,
and
yeah.
just piss you off. Like, man,
Right.
fuck this. I'm about to go. Man, I'm about to do this. Or I'm about to do
I'm
something.
just like you. Like
Yeah.
I get off whenever it's like hatred or jealousy.
Yeah.
That's my fuel. I like proving people wrong. Like
Yeah.
I'm a warrior. You know what I mean? It's just it
Yeah. I
is what
like
it
that
is.
too. I sometimes I purposely just look at stuff that I know that's gonna
Yeah.
like piss me off just for the motivation. Like,
Right.
man, y'all
Right.
missing the point. Y'all not competitive and y'all
Right.
making way too many excuses. And you could really win out here if you look for the benefits, man. I think too many people focus on the things that they're not getting instead of focusing on the things that they could get and how they could grow. Because there's so much opportunity out here. You can learn so many
Stepping
things.
stones.
Yeah, you can learn so many things when you're not driving. You talking to so many
Mhm.
people. You coming across all kind of
Right.
businesses. But people, they focus on the wrong things. Instead of, you could be driving and you be like, all right,
Mhm.
here's a new business. All right, what skill set
Mhm.
do I currently have that I could share with this business owner or somebody, and we both could,
Mhm.
build a relationship. We both could benefit. They looking at it 6,000 miles. No, I'm not doing 6,000 miles. I'm not.
Right.
Oh, what
Right.
this per mile? This doesn't. And then you already lost. You playing a losing
Right.
game. You think like that,
Right.
you know. So
And you messing with your head and you sort of get lazy when you do that. You're
yep,
like, man, ain't no rides out here. Even though rides are ding 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 ding. It's 3, it's 5, it's 6. You just like, yo, it's slow.
yeah,
Nah. Click on one of them rides because like you said, and like the others say, it's gonna be a $20 ride. It's gonna be a $60 ride. Somewhere you just can't predict it the way you want it. You just
yeah.
gotta, you know,
Exactly. And
follow the way.
if you out there long enough, it will all, make sense. Even if you have,
Mhm.
like a slow day or whatever. Let's say you get out there
Right.
and it's like 10 hours, you only made like 230. But it's like, okay, you execute
Okay.
on the number of hours that you make. The next day you go out there 10 hours, you
Mhm.
make like 350 or something. So it will all
Facts.
add up. But the most important thing is just, the commitment that you have to yourself and the execution. And that's honestly
Mhm.
what a lot of people struggle with, keeping the promises to themselves. And
Mhm.
they go for to watch all this content out here, people just complaining. And it's like, oh,
Mhm.
they complaining. Oh, I want to join this. I want to complain too. And it's,
Facts.
misery loves
Facts.
company.
And you have those who come in your car and they be like, "Is everything okay?" Like you ever get those
Yeah, like you're like, what you
passengers and
mean?
they try to feel sorry. Man, this one older lady came in my car and she was just like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm good," and she just hit it off like, "Is everything okay?" I'm like, "Yo, like, what you mean?"
Right.
"Well, I heard that you guys don't get paid much," and I'm like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah.
And I actually told her how much did I make, and she was pissed. She said,
Mm.
"What? I went to school and I got my master's and I've been a teacher for how many years and I still haven't made $100,000 a year." I'm just like, yo, this ain't my problem. Like, why
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm just trying to get you to point A to
Right.
point B and you over here switching up on me.
Right.
It's
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy.
I've definitely I had that experience a couple weeks ago. This lady, it was similar to that. So she left me like $25 cash tip. Then she's like, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Then she's like, all right, George. I'm like, George? Like she called me. I'm like, whatever. She was a nice. She was a, bro. So many people mess my name up. She was a nice lady,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you're right. People
yeah.
they
They
do
be
feel
playing with my
sorry.
name too. They be like, "Hey, Ron." I'm just like, "Stop playing with me.
Right. They be like
Stop playing
Roland,
with
Robert.
me.
I'm like, but George,
Stop
that's
playing."
the first. I'm like, George. But anyways, like, man, you're right, man. A lot of people they do feel sorry for drivers because they don't know what to expect. Because so many people,
Mhm.
complain. And another
Right.
interesting point when the lady said she haven't made, $100,000 yet, she got her master's, and
Mhm.
that brings me, back to the point I was saying. You got to continue learning, continue educating yourself, man, and not only educating yourself, but finding something that you can learn that you can actually apply in the real world.
Right.
There's no point in
Right.
reading, useless books and you can't really apply the knowledge. And it's like, okay, you're just a nerd. Like, all this
They
information, but you can't do
right.
nothing with it.
Right. Like you say, and like Robert Kiyosaki say, they don't know how to think for themselves.
Yeah.
So if you okay, let's say you got your bachelor's, your master's, you did all that, right? But you're working a dead end job. Like we saying, you don't have to do that, but you have the skills to write a book. You have the skills to do other things like I don't know, other entrepreneur jobs that contain writing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're missing out. You're not thinking abroad. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
They're not looking for problems to be solved. They're not
right,
thinking outside the box. And most importantly, a
right.
lot of people, once they graduate college, they stop learning. They just
Hmm.
go to work and become a bot and they go
Hmm.
home and watch Netflix or spend a lot of time on TikTok or games, whatever the case may
Hmm.
be. And time just passes. Like the world has changed. You got all this technology, all these AI
Right,
stuff that's going on. People, they're not interested in it. What they're interested in is
right,
Beyonce and all
right,
this other stuff. They, you know,
right,
this celebrity, this athlete, and they end up
right.
dropping the ball and missing out. And they can only blame themselves.
I don't, and like you said, I like pissing people off as well because when I'm driving, I get hella bored and I'm just like, what can I say just to crank things up? And this is my favorite when a passenger come in my car and they just boast about how many degrees they have.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just be like, how much you make a year? And
Hmm.
it's something like 50,000, 60,000. And I was just, smirk to myself and they will catch your drift. And
Yeah.
I'll stir the pot a little bit.
Yeah,
Do you
man.
do the same
Oh yeah,
thing
yeah.
or?
Hell, bro. Hell yeah. That's why I got deactivated from Lyft. Because it's like you do try to spice up. I know, and I said this, like you do try to spice up the conversations because it could get pretty boring. It's like what they're gonna ask. Do you do
Right,
this full
right.
time? Are
People
you
are
from
boring, bro.
here? It's like,
Right,
man. So
right,
you try to say
right,
stuff that's
right.
edgy that could add
Facts. Right,
different
right,
element of conversation to entertain
right.
yourself as well.
There's
And it's like
times
you
where
get
the car ride,
information. Because
facts,
that's
facts. Social
mhm.
experiments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's times where it's just quiet in the ride. There's something to talk about, and they're just staring at you. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna just say something just to
Yeah.
break the ice.
Yeah.
Because it get a little weird sometimes. Sometimes it'll try to sit in the front seat. I like to say
Right.
no, but
Right.
I'm such a nice guy. I'm like, all right, sit in the front
Yeah.
seat.
Yeah.
But once they sit in the front, they all in your face with it. You feel me? While you're
Yeah.
driving, and it just get weird out here sometimes.
Right. Yeah, man. And you think just like me, because and I said this in like a video probably months ago, last year sometime. I'm like, man, like you could collect so much information if you really care. And treat the passengers
Mm,
as your case study. You could ask them literally
mm,
anything that you want. You could collect information. Like you asked, they talk about degrees or how much money you make. And well, okay,
right,
this is really out
right,
here in the workforce. Like most people, they just nerds and oh yeah, this degree, I'm trying to get
right,
this job, and they get
right,
it, and they don't like
right.
it, they not happy, they complain about this. Everybody just complain.
Right, right. They
Complain,
just they
complain.
just want to hear themselves talk. That's all
Hmm.
that is.
Yep.
They don't got nobody to really talk to. Like they probably do, but people just like to bitch and moan and talk. And I don't know. It's weird out here, speak.
No, man, that's how it's always been, and that's how it's always gonna be. I mean, because
Right,
it's easier
right.
to do than work on yourself. A
And
couple
that's why
more. Hmm.
pretty soon you're gonna be the 1%er from the way
Oh
you think
yeah.
because you think so differently from everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
Financially, physically, mentally, you already got your three elements. So you're gonna be the 1%er very, very soon.
Thank you.
Facts.
Couple more
Facts.
questions, man. Why do you think this 2 racks a week challenge is so important?
Like we said previously, it just builds it will build that mindset of being a top entrepreneur or or somebody trying to get into tech hub and they want to be the number one developer in software. It takes 80, 100 hours to to dominate, to
Mm.
succeed, to be number one, to be the 1%er. All this does is it just builds. I don't know, this machine that nobody can develop.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it takes work and it's a gift at the same time.
Yeah. You're right. And I like that word that you use, dominate. It's all about dominating, you know. You want
Right.
to dominate, get to the top, and it's like, how bad do you really want the things you say that you want? Because people just
Facts.
talk,
Facts.
but they never do. It's easier to say something than actually execute. But if you watching these type of videos, these 2 racks a week challenges,
Mhm.
everybody has executed,
Right.
man.
Right.
Everybody
And
has.
I watch your video every day. I wake up 3 o'clock. No, 2:50. Get a little workout, push-ups, dips,
Okay.
chin-ups, whatnot. But while I'm doing that, I'm listening to your videos. Rather it's
Mhm.
your solo day one videos. While you going now, you just messing around. You like, yo, I'm doing this, and I'm going with old girl on her birthday to the
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
interviews or whatever. I'm watching all the videos and I'm just programming. I'm like,
Mhm.
yo, I gotta make 2 G's. I gotta build this monster because I'm ready to bring this monster in me to the tech hub, to software development, into the Python. And I tell myself, like, yo, I'm the
Mm.
number 1 coder in the world. Nobody can touch me. I
Okay.
work harder than everybody. Woo, woo, woo. So that's just, you know, you're motivating me.
Yeah.
So
I like that you said that, because that's all it is. Like, not only because a lot of people like just manifest affirmations, but you actually have to put some damn work in too. That's
right.
just one element.
Yin and yang.
Yeah,
Right.
but like once you
Right.
affirm yourself and you put the actions in, it just, man, it's like put the cherry on top and make you feel better. It
Facts.
keeps adding that fuel to the fire. You be like, okay, now I feel unstoppable. Like I'm on my way.
Facts.
Then also that's just, you got the action, you got the affirmations, and
Mhm.
you also have the passengers. So all 3 of those
Mhm.
elements can really push you. Like you on your grind, you working 80 plus hours, you doing
Mhm.
it's like you said, Python, so coding. Then you
Mhm.
having the conversations with the passengers, you hearing what
Right.
they doing, what they valuing, the things that they doing on the weekend. You like, man, can't nobody fuck
Mhm.
with me. Like they distracted,
Right.
they lost. I'm
Facts.
out here doing all this.
Facts.
You my inferior. Fuck you. I'm gonna get to the top.
Uncle Speed. Last Saturday,
Hmm.
all this working, I was like, because I like to turn up. I'm like, you know what? I need to do something fun. Like, I don't care if it's an hour. I'm gonna go to one of these nightclubs because I do salsa. I speak
Okay.
Spanish as well. I learned Spanish just from doing Uber and Lyft by
Ooh,
listening to
okay.
audio books and shit like that. But that's another story.
Smooth
But
operator,
I
yeah.
was telling myself, I'm like, yeah, that part, you already know. I was like, yo, I need to do something fun. So around the corner from where I was driving, there was a hookah bar. I was like, okay, I'm gonna check this out. Because I was in my mind like, oh, you're not having much fun. You're just too busy working. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had a little ant in my head. So I went for the hour and I'm smoking hookah and everybody in there was just boring. Nobody wasn't like not in their head to the music and nobody wasn't really socializing. It was packed, but it was just dry and boring. It was just dead. It didn't feel alive.
Everybody with what? Were
And
they
it
on
was
their
just a
phones?
reminder that it was on the phones. They were whispering. The music's on. Nobody's not dancing, and it was just a whole lot of. I don't know. It was too. It was too. Like it's in downtown. The music's bumping. Everybody's in here. It should be popping. It shouldn't
Yeah.
be a chilled environment, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
And it was a reminder that I'm not missing out on anything.
Yeah.
I need to do an extra 5 hours. Tomorrow I'm gonna do 15 hours because I'm gonna rack all this money up and take a trip to Cabo or go to Stockholm, Sweden. I'm gonna do something
Okay.
better than where I'm located. I know I've been rambling all through this interview, but I'm
No, no,
speaking
no.
as I'm
That's
thinking right
all.
now.
That was a
But
good point.
you feel me?
That was a very good point, because people are like, what? Well, what about work life balance? But this
Right.
is more often than not like what you think is like balance and fun. Once you actually go out
Mhm.
there, you experience it. It's like, is this really fun? It don't seem too fun.
Right.
And that's
Right.
when you know that your mind is changing, your goals are getting bigger, and
Mm,
you starting to want more.
mm,
Because so many people, they
mm.
go out and yeah, they're out, but they're not there. They're
Right.
in their phones.
Right.
They're
Dead.
still distracted,
Facts.
just dead, not doing
Facts.
anything. And it's like, damn, this
No
type of,
spirit.
Yeah, no spirit. Just y'all just going out
Right.
just to be around other people so you can say that you went out. Is it
Facts.
that
$50 for
sums up?
nothing. You know.
Yeah. And that's just what sums, up people weekend experience. And that's quite sad.
Facts.
So when y'all say work life balance, that's pretty much
Mhm.
what you're gonna be doing or missing out on. So if that's what you want to do, hey, that's perfectly fine.
I agree.
Yeah, man.
Be my guest.
Yeah. And
Facts. I'm trying to get that 1%.
exactly. And one last question before we, get up out of here, man.
Damn, it's over already. Ah,
I mean, shit, we could talk all day, but I got to
man,
get
we
ready to do
cruising.
this live here in a
I
minute.
feel you. I feel you.
For the people who are current Uber and Lyft drivers,
Mhm.
or thinking about doing this, but they're worried about the low earnings and the
Okay.
exploitation of the company. What
Okay.
would you say to these people? Like, is it worth it? 'Cause that's like a common question. Is it
Mm,
worth it?
I ain't gonna say nothing, Uncle. Like that's on them. Like
Yeah, yeah.
if you really want to know, just do it.
That's a good
I
point,
don't I
man.
don't go by he say or she say. Just give it a try, knock it out.
Yeah. I,
And I can show you a little something of how much I make, but really it's within you. I can take you to the water, but it's
can't
not
make you
like you're
drink
gonna
it.
drink it.
Right.
Right. So
You're not even gonna sip it. You ain't gonna
I'm
do
cutthroat
nothing.
with it.
Yeah.
Right, right. That part. Like
You gonna
I know I'm not that inspirator or that motivator. Like, yo, you need to just I'm just be like, hey, it is what it is. You're like, oh, my life sucks. I'm just look at you like, damn,
Yeah,
that's
right.
crazy.
Yeah, no, that's real because it's like, you could even myself, man, and it's something I
Mhm.
struggle with. You could tell people exactly everything that goes right, that you should do it.
Right,
You could give them all the good, all the positivity, and they still not
right,
gonna do
right.
it.
Waste of energy.
Yeah, so it's like you end up
It's just
wasting
waste
your
of energy.
time. But
Right, right.
yeah, like he said, man, if you want to do it, you will do it, and it's really
Right.
that simple. All the information is out here. All the 2 racks a week
Mhm.
videos is out here. You see other
Right,
people
right.
money, but it all
You
depends.
got kids that's winning in high school, making money from TikTok, coding, and day traded. Like you said, the solutions, all the answers here, but you're not thinking for yourself. You're not thinking out of the box. You're doing the traditional route, going to school. Man, I'm sorry, this college is it's a scam. Like, you're not going to college for medical or what to be a lawyer or whatnot. And I think it's a scam. Like, if you don't have the money for it up front, don't do it.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
work and save your money. Feel
yeah,
me?
because
Come up
it's
with ideas.
it's a business, and I think
Mhm.
when like you said, when people don't think outside the box or they get fearful, a lot of times what they think
Mhm.
the best solution is to go back to school because that's what everybody else do, and
Right,
they think that's the safest route. When in reality, it's
right.
not because you still don't know what you want to do. You just
Facts.
delaying it. You delaying the
Right,
time.
right.
So
Facts. Long ass lectures, wasting your time on bus passes and textbooks. You know
right.
what I mean? Like, man,
Just
come
time,
on,
yeah,
stop playing
time
with me.
being there, and that's just how it
Right.
is. And I'm sum it up like this. If y'all don't
Mhm.
think it's worth it or y'all not having a good experience, and it's still
Mhm.
your fault. It's as simple as that.
Mhm. Facts.
Everything in life is your fault, the good and the bad. So it's your
Yes.
responsibility, to find out what works for you. It's your responsibility to fix your life. And the longer that you sit up here and wait and blame external forces instead of holding yourself accountable, the slower your growth, the more pain you're gonna be
Right.
in, and the more you're gonna miss out on. So, make a choice, man. I ain't gonna tell you what to
Right.
do. You could make your own choice. You're an adult. You gotta be at least what 25 or 21 to
Facts.
25 to
Right.
drive. So you can make your own decisions, man.
Right.
You would discover what's worth it to you, and if it's not, I wish you the best of luck. But over here, we're gonna
Facts.
do the damn thing. continue grinding, continue to readapt our mindsets, create visions, take an action, levitate, and make 2 racks a week. Fuck the haters, man.
Challenge. I forgot. I'm gonna get I forgot about the shirts.
Oh yeah, I'm
shirt.
gonna send you the link, man. But that's what we doing over here, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to thank you, Aaron, for coming on, dropping some gems. Shout out to Sacramento. It's about time we had somebody else from Sacramento come on. You're not too far, and yeah, we're gonna keep this thing going. I want to say maybe you like 85 or so, so 15 away from 100 winners. So until
That's
next
what's up.
time, ladies
85.
and gentlemen. Drum roll, guitar, piano, violin, Ronnie Speed, over and out. Mr. 2 racks a week. Holla back. Peace.
2 racks a week. Ronnie Speed. Yeah, Ronnie Speed. 60 hours.